for you, and I want you to actually answer it. Are you glad Charlie Kirk is dead?
No, I don't think anybody in this country should be dying to political violence. It's insane. The past 5 years in this country has been crazy. But the reality, you need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear. Like, I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing video games.
You genuinely do hate conservatives, don't you?
Very much so. Like I've moved full on to like the political violence level or the real violence level when it comes to conservative people. Yeah, I think they need to be like excised from my fucking country. I think they are demonstrably fucking evil people by any moral system that most people would use. And then I just hate them because they tend to destroy the outcomes related to this country, which is what I'm concerned with. Yeah. Absolutely.
We're here right now because Trump is fucking insane, because he has support from 90% of the conservatives in the Republican Party who are entirely un-American. Fuck them. Whatever happens, happens. I don't give a fuck. At this point, my only regret is that the guy didn't spend enough time practicing first. It is insane how much conservatives get to set the fucking standard on all the conversation in this country. It's absolutely insane. We're supposed to jump up and feel sad that the guy who is one of the most divisive presidents in all of history got shot at? Fucking give me a break. Please give me a fucking break.
Okay,
there can be no real reconciliation unless the right deals with its own violence. And that's kind of weird to say when it was a right-winger who just got killed, but it is nonetheless the truth.
Yeah, we have a leader right now in the United States of America. His name's Donald Trump. If anybody has the responsibility to turn down the violence, it probably should be him, especially given that he's the one that pushes a lot of it. Seeing Charlie Kirk get exploded on Streamable over and over again is exactly the type of stuff that Republicans push for. It's exactly the type of stuff they want.
You genuinely do hate conservatives, don't you?
Very much so. Like I've moved full on to like the political violence level.
You can tell by the way they respond to it. It's not a call for peace. It's a call for more and more and more violence. That violence just always seems more acceptable when it's not happening directly to you. If you have two people standing in front of a piece of paper doused in kerosene and both of them have a match, one person extinguishing their match is not going to prevent the paper from catching on fire. This weird game of saying the left needs to turn it down over and over and over again. We're like a decade into this insanity. And Donald Trump, even today, like people on Fox and Friends are begging him to call off the civil war that the other side keeps screaming for, and he refuses to do it. Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire and a ton of other large right-wing figures are literally calling for revenge, for retribution, for some type of war. The idea that the left shouldn't say anything or that the left needs to take the lead on this, civility is achieved when both sides agree to be civil. And if the right isn't agreeing to be civil, then the left is being amoral or immoral by trying to be civil. You shouldn't subject yourself to extinction when the right is calling for, a total destruction of your side and keeps saying you're at war. The question you should ask is, why is nobody on the right afraid enough to say, hey, Trump, can you tone it down a little bit, bro? We're getting killed out here. Literally. Can we chill? It's unacceptable that feeling doesn't exist over there. And the reason why it doesn't is because they're just infinitely hyped up on their civil war machine. And then everybody on the left just rolls over on it. It's so crazy to me.
Destiny wants you to be afraid. Destiny wants you to be afraid to speak the truth, to go out and counter anything the left says. He thinks we should be too scared, especially now after Charlie was killed. He thinks we should be too afraid to go out and say anything, but we're not going to be. If anything, we're going to go out even more now. Like this? This is how you want to do it? Yeah, this is my backpack.
Your podcast like this.
This is my backpack. Today on Politically Restarted, we're going to talk about
prerogative, but sure. If it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the president of the United States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
So you won't condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk until Donald Trump says something.
I'm a YouTuber. Leftists and Democrats have been condemning and turning down the temperature, condemning violence, turning down the temperature for a decade. Donald Trump can't go on TV and say, all of us need to calm down.
Right.
Can you tell me why he cannot?
Why would you expect anybody, Destiny?
You can't answer that. Can you answer that question? Why can't Trump go on TV and say, all of us should be less violent?
Why do you
can't
think
Trump say that?
Why do you think
your behavior contingent on Donald Trump?
Insane right now.
Why do you think? No, let me ask a question.
on Donald Trump.
Let me
Why
ask
is
you a
that? Because
question.
he's the president of the United States of America and the leader of the
Yeah,
opposing
Destiny.
political party.
Destiny. Let me
You
just.
have a huge audience of young men who
I'm a
listen to
YouTuber
everything you have to
who
say.
has more
So
young
when
men
you,
following
it
him.
doesn't
Who
matter.
has
You have a
more young-
huge
it doesn't
audience,
matter.
and because
This
of
is
the fact that you
world
have a
I'm
huge
living in,
audience,
and
you
your
have
brain
a
has been
responsibility
broken by
to
online
not turn.
rhetoric.
No.
So he won't condemn anything unless the president goes out and tells everybody to stop with the violence. But it's the left that's radicalized. He's refusing to acknowledge that. And everything he's saying contends on Trump going out and speaking against all violence. We aren't going out and assassinating people. We're not going out and attacking people. We're not going out and saying all these disgusting things. That's the left. That's people like you, Destiny. It's insanity to think that it's all on us to step up and say, oh, everybody needs to stop the violent rhetoric. Oh, it's all of us. It's all of us. That's such a childish way of looking at it and mentality. It is not all of us. It is very much the left advocating for all of this stuff. And we have plenty of evidence to back it up.
Should we believe you? I think you are glad Kirk is dead. And all of your tweets seem to prove that. And you would have been happy if Trump was assassinated. You've made that very clear. So why not just be truthful for once in your fucking life and say the truth, that you don't care that Kirk is dead and you're actually probably glad he is. Isn't that really what's true?
I don't want anybody in this country to die to political violence. I don't think in the United States of America that should be happening.
You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events.
I don't know why it's so hard for the president to say the same. I think it'd be the easiest thing in the world as a president. Biden did it for 4 years. That's why everything was way cooler when he was here, like in terms of temperature. The Clintons have no problem saying it. Barack Obama has no problem saying it. Kamala Harris has come out and said it. Every Democratic lawmaker and leader has basically come out and said it. But for some reason on the Republican side, it's just civil war, civil war, civil war. And the Republican president of the United States, who has presided over more violence politically in this country, more large protests than any president in all of U.S. history, for some reason can't bring himself to say, all of us need to calm down. And
so
until
did
that
Trump
happens,
deserve
there's no
the
reason for
bullet?
anyone to love to say it.
Did Trump
This is-
deserve
well,
the
yeah,
bullet?
This is all you care about are the political hit jobs.
Just answer the question, bro. Did Trump deserve the bullet?
Did Donald Trump
Did he deserve
disavow
the
violence
bullet?
on his side ever? Did Donald Trump
Answer
disavow
the
violence on his
question.
side
Did
ever?
Trump deserve the bullet?
You can't answer the question. We're here to play.
No, bro,
to
it's my
find
turn
tweets
to
and
ask the
YouTube
question.
video
It's your
clips.
turn to answer.
It's
Did
YouTube video
Trump deserve
clips,
the
and
bullet?
did Trump disavow violence in this country ever?
Did he deserve the bullet? Yes, he's
Answer my
disavowed
question, I'll
violence.
answer you.
But again, I just did. Now your turn.
On both
Now
sides,
your
not just
turn.
on the radical
It's
left.
your turn.
Did Donald Trump?
Did
then
Trump
no,
deserve the bullet?
I never said that. No, I never said that. No.
Okay, except you did to your co-host.
No,
You
I
said,
didn't. Oh, wait. When did
your
Donald Trump
exact
disavow?
words-
Wait. When did
You-
Donald Trump
your
disavow all
exact
violence in
words
this
to your
country?
co-host, you lying sack of shit. If he wanted
I'm the lying
to
sack
kill
of
Trump,
shit?
the
No
worst
way.
thing that could have happened
Donald Trump
was the
disavowed
bullet
all
missing.
political violence. And
That's what you said,
And this is
bro.
yeah. And this is where when
You're
you're
the
putting
biggest lying sack of
YouTubers, when
shit,
you're putting
bro.
YouTubers and tweeters on the same level as the president of the United States, this is why conservatives are absolutely brain broken when it comes to violence in this country. And that's why it'll continue.
But
There'll be more
Destiny-
deaths.
Destiny-
Maybe it'll be me at the next one. Who
Destiny-
knows? There'll be
Well,
more
I do
people
agree
who
you
die,
want it to
and
continue.
you guys are all
Destiny-
going to turn around and be like, I can't believe it. What's going
Destiny-
on? What's happening here?
Okay,
Yeah.
Destiny, if you care so much about yourself without
can't,
mentioning
because
anybody
one
else,
side-
why don't
because
you
one side-
why don't you, Destiny, right now just outright condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Because we've been doing that for a decade. One side can't,
You can't do
turn
it, can
down
you?
the temperature.
You can't
the
do
other side
it.
can't turn down the temperature. If Donald Trump can't, then the left shouldn't until he does.
Got it.
Republicans
Okay, you don't want to do it.
need accountability
Okay,
for
Jack-
their actions. They need some responsibility for the insanity.
He had
they
it coming,
cause.
Even though
didn't he?
you've taken on
He had
yourself.
it coming.
Let me bring in Jack
What do you mean?
Posobiec.
We absolutely,
All
Democrats
right,
will
that's
take
enough,
accountability when
Destiny.
it's their
I'll bring
fault.
in Jack Posobiec.
Yeah,
Jack.
okay. Nice. Both sides it.
The scary thing is how many of these liberal Democrats think like Destiny. I would say a majority of them. And they can never take accountability. They can never take their pride away for a second, humble themselves, anything. They can't just go, yeah, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been killed. Yeah, that's terrible. You know, he keeps saying that we need to turn around the rhetoric. It's on us to stop this train. Yet he was asked a simple question to condemn Charlie Kirk being killed, and he can't do it. He can't do it. Yet he'll sit there and accuse us the whole time that we're the ones escalating this. We're the ones that need to stop the rhetoric. And he won't even do his part.
Really talking about the importance of speech makes no sense to me.
If speech is important, then the president should exercise it more cautiously.
So should you.
And Republicans have been. You can't stop.
You've got millions of followers, and you think it's fine to show them you're mocking a widow.
You cannot choose for your opponent not to fight you.
Fine.
If Republicans
You mocked
won't
a
turn
grieving
down
widow.
the rhetoric, then fine. Then who cares? Donald Trump shouldn't have used the rhetoric that led her to being killed. 2 days before she dies,
cares that you mocked a grieving widow?
This is all. It's just virtue signaling. You guys are excited about it. You guys love it.
How is it? How is it that you said this guy can't possibly be a leftist?
It's exciting to you. It's insane to me.
Yeah.
No.
How is it that you said this guy can't be a leftist because he grew up in a white Christian household when you grew up in a white Christian household by your own admission just now and you're a fucking leftist, Destiny?
I'm
Can you explain that
36
to me?
years old. This guy was 22 and he lived at home
What does that have to do
basically
with
his entire
anything?
life.
What does that have to do with
Because
anything?
I had 20 years to separate myself from my parents' ideology. I didn't live with them still. Jesus.
So 6 months, 1 year, 20 years? Why does it matter how long it took to separate? You just got to say it was impossible, and you yourself are a leftist who grew up in a Christian conservative household, dude. You're the worst hypocrite I've ever seen.
Hold on,
You're the
I'm
worst
sorry.
hypocrite.
You think that a 22-year-old has as much time to separate himself from the ideology that he grew up with
say
as
that?
a 36-year-old?
Didn't say
You
it.
just made
It's
the
a
comparison,
pedantic,
dipshit.
stupid
Of course
point.
you did. It's not
Let me
pedantic.
ask
I made the comparison that
Absolutely
person can be
on the subject.
radicalized.
What a
Look at
stupid
you.
point.
Let me
You're the
jump
most
in.
radicalized
Let me
fucking
jump in.
So he's now blaming whatever Trump said for the reason Kirk was assassinated, and that it's Trump's fault, and that Trump is accountable for the things he said. So he's basically saying that he needs to be careful what he says, or people are going to get killed. That's like a threat. It's a straight up threat. Like, we have to be cautious what we say, or someone's going to come out and kill you. And then he's trying to say that you can't control who's trying to fight you. He's trying to pretend like, from his point of view, that they're not trying to fight and that we're trying to fight them. But that's not the case. The case is they are being violent. They're threatening. And now they're threatening to kill us for, speaking our minds.
TikToks and short videos can also be there for those kids as they grow up, to let them know who their dad was.
And
Our kids are going to grow up and watch old episodes of Piers Morgan uncensored. How performative is this? Is everybody here? Did we all get like a script before the show? What?
They watch a lot of old episodes of the
so
JFK.
embarrassing. You make the left look so bad, and you don't even realize it. You are seriously so embarrassing.
Okay, yeah.
God.
You can talk to your best friend.
You really
Glenn
are.
Beck about
I mean,
it
like,
later,
you
and have
do you
another
feel?
30-minute conversation about it, Anna.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will talk to Glenn Beck about it. Oh, is that? Ooh, is that naughty? Is it
How many
naughty to have
conversations have you had with
people
Nick?
across the aisle?
You had more conversations with Nick than anyone.
So mean. Oh no, not the meanies on Twitter.
Anna,
How many
finish
more
your point.
lawsuits are you going to face from women that you allegedly secretly recorded during intimate moments, Destiny? I can't believe anyone takes you seriously.
Are you really?
You're
You want to
disgusting.
pull out Twitter?
You're embarrassing, and you should be shunned from public life with your disgusting treatment of all sorts of people, including young left-wing girls, women
You're turning
that you
more
victimized
blonde right
allegedly.
now in the window. You're
that's who
you're
you
like
are.
2 shades away from being
You're
a Fox News host,
embarrassing.
Anna.
You
Keep
embarrass the
going.
left.
You gotta
You're the
go
type
get
of
go get
person
some
who
lip
pushes
filler in
people
there. You
away
gotta
from
do-
the
you're
left.
So close,
Make
Anna.
sure you understand that. You're
Yep.
embarrassing. There's no morality with you. There's no grounding
Absolutely
values.
not.
There's
Of
no
course
principles.
not. Yep.
All you want is attention, 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 attention. That's all you
Absolutely.
want.
Yeah, of course.
all
Well,
you
you
want.
and Jen talking
Endless
about
attention.
9/11 was
Say
caused by the
disgusting,
Jews, and you have
provocative
another
garbage.
friendly
You want
conversation with
attention.
another
Yeah.
mainstream conservative commentator about how you're such a leftist, but those people on Twitter are so mean.
Having a debate or dialogue doesn't automatically mean that you agree with everything they have to say. It means you're coming
No, it's
together
when you sit down and you
you're
agree with
exchanging
everything they have to
ideas
say.
and
Then you agree with
debating
everything they
them.
have to say.
No, I don't agree with everything they have to
You
say.
do.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, you do.
I
Of
don't
course
agree
you
with
do.
everything
What do
they
you
have
mean?
to say. But I'm
When
an
you
adult.
sit down and all
I
of
can
your
sit down and
criticisms
have a
are
mature
for the
debate or
left, and you have
conversation.
no disagreements about anything on the right, yeah, that's called
I do
agreement.
have
is usually what
criticisms
we
for the
call it.
left. I have tons of criticisms for the right. tons of criticisms. I'm obviously
they don't seem to come out
pro-choice,
much
for
when you're
instance.
talking to
I
your
obviously have a
conservative friends.
huge
The big
problem
guns, yeah.
with the unending, unmitigated support for Israel, regardless of the genocide they're engaging in. I have all sorts of disagreements with the right. That doesn't mean I'm going to dehumanize them and cheer on the slaughter of my fellow Americans because we have disagreements on politics. You're
I wish
embarrassing.
anybody here had the same energy for the president of the United States, but that's good. I'm glad you guys are focused where it really counts on Twitter and
Dude,
YouTube,
you
which
have
is what the
like
conservatives want you to be
TDS,
focused
like
on, you know?
you are like the prototype
TDS,
of TDS.
yeah, there it
It's
comes, yeah.
unbelievable. You as an
Dancing
individual.
Israelis and
So
Tomorrow earlier platform.
Twitter thing goes around.
Could have put the leftist doesn't still come out and condemn political violence, but if and that they're going to do everything that they're happy was anywhere other than Trump. I mean, I got the clip of him doing it. And so the thing is like what we've noted now, these people are glad. They're glad. They're happy. They love it. I go on TikTok all the time and I debate with these people. It's very clear that leftists are glad that this happened and that they're going to do everything they can to promote more of it. And we're supposed to base our behavior on what the president does or doesn't say. What, like if Biden, if I had Biden derangement syndrome, I couldn't still come out and condemn political violence? Of course I could. But the thing is
I'm
that
just curious. Anybody have any words for the fact that Charlie Kirk said that Biden should have been executed?
Leftists collectively can't seem to do that, though. I don't know why they can't seem to do that.
No, that was fine when Charlie Kirk said that. Okay,
Anna,
gotcha.
Anna, I want to mention something to you, which I was going to talk to Cornel West
Charlie
about.
Kirk was a moderate. He was more moderate than a local electrician.
Yeah, nice pivot.
He was more moderate than a local electrician, and you know
he said
that.
He wanted,
By the
he
way,
said he
you
wanted
know
to
that.
see Biden. He
You
said he
have
wanted to see Biden
debated with the
executed.
worst,
he
and
said
I've
he
seen you
wanted
do
to
it.
see
You know.
Biden executed. Okay, give me a
No,
fucking
that's
break.
not
dude.
what
I
he
don't care
said.
about any of this
That's
stuff.
not
This
what he
is a
said. He said
performance.
if you violate
This is performative
criminality
outrage.
in criminal
This is
laws,
performative
then that will
outrage.
be the case.
All right, I want to ask Anna.
There's not what's performative. What's performative?
Oh, wait, so if I say, oh well, you know, I think that guy was a criminal, therefore the execution is okay. Somehow that makes everything fine with no investigation, no criminal charges.
You say all the time that your political opponent should be in jail and highest extent of the law. You say it all the time. What are you talking about?
Sorry, no, that's Donald
saying
Trump.
the
He's
word
one who's
performative doesn't mean
activating
anything.
The National Guard right now.
Oh, it's just
bullshit
performative.
investigations into every
that's just
political
performative.
opponent.
I want to bring Anna
You're
back
just being
in.
performative.
Talk about the
I want to bring Anna
You're just
back
being
in.
performative.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right from Andrew Wilson. We're pissed off. You know, the left is going to do everything they can to promote this stuff. They're glad. You know, they clearly are. Look at the stuff Destiny says. He's glad. I mean, and he's a hypocrite. He's delusional. He's crazy TDS. You know, no matter how much he tries to deny those things, that's the reality. And the gaslighting and then pretending like this is on us somehow when we all know the truth. You know, the truth is that the left-wing media has radicalized people into thinking they need to go out and stop people like Charlie Kirk from being able to speak their mind or challenge what has been said from the left. And that's all he was doing. There's no justification for killing him. And Destiny will try and tell you it's Trump's tweets. You know, he wants his cake and eat it too. You know, he wants to say that him saying mean things and all, you know, being outlandish and all this stuff isn't causing violence or isn't a problem. But then at the same time, he's going to try and say that Trump's speech and rhetoric and the right's rhetoric is causing violence against ourselves. So, you know, it's almost hard to keep up with it because they're just lying through their teeth or just being completely disingenuous. And I, for one, am sick and tired of it. And I want to be a part of the movement that's happening. You know, I think we're coming together like no time before. And that's one positive thing out of all of this with Charlie Kirk is everyone coming together and making the message louder than it ever was before. And I think that's the big strategic mistake from the left and how short-sighted they're being with all this. You know, this has brought us together, and we're not going to back down, and we're sure as hell not going to go hide and not speak out now and just bend the knee or bow down to the left because they're willing to kill us for what we believe in and the ideas we want to spread. We're not going to back away or be intimidated because they think they can intimidate us. It's just not going to happen. We're galvanized, we're coming together. It's a new era, and things are going to change. Things are going to change drastically, and I'm looking forward to being with the movement and doing what I can. And I'm just going to keep doing videos and try and maybe volunteer with the Turning Point stuff here in my town. I don't know, but I'm going to do whatever I can to help, because I'm sick and tired of all this.
You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that